E-commerce, well, it's all around us, isn't it? Everybody uses the internet, everybody goes and buys your Christmas presents and so forth, and uses it every day for online things. And it's no different in agriculture. We're finding, again, more and more e-commerce is becoming a key issue. Now, I'm not saying that people will go and buy a combine harvester on eBay, but the reality of it is they will certainly go and look on the internet and see what's available, and then go to their local dealer to choose what they want. So e-commerce is something that, as an industry, we're really paying attention to. And every manufacturer has his products properly displayed on websites, and you can search and find exactly what you want without ever going near one. But I would encourage you that, of course, the expertise to provide the service and to meet your specific requirements is available at the agricultural dealer. Finally, of course, consumer rights. And that's a particular problem in agriculture because there's all sorts of issues that affect consumer rights. We've seen what Europe has done and how, let's be quite clear, the European Union is all about the consumer. He doesn't give anything for the manufacturer or the dealer. He's only concerned of protecting the consumer. And that is an issue for manufacturers and dealers. How are we dealing with this? Well, we're looking at a whole variety of methods again in an attempt to ensure that while we recognise fully that things like bystanders for sprayers and so forth, use of land for wildlife preservation, etc. But there's a bottom line here, and the bottom line is that you can spend a considerable amount of money and give up a great deal of land for supporting wildlife, but at the end of the day you have to grow food. And we produce nearly 60% of our food in UK at the moment. That's a considerable amount, much more than it was 100 years ago, but it's not enough. And if we're to double our yields in the next 30, 40 years, that's a big challenge. And there's a balance between what the consumer wants and what we can provide. Equally, the consumer, we know, we did a survey just recently and we watched 200 people go to the milk counter on a Saturday morning in a major supermarket, and not one single person looked at the price. And yet dairy farmers are struggling with prices to make them economic to produce milk, and many are going out of business on a daily basis. So it's a balance between what the consumer wants, trying to give the consumer what he wants. They don't always want straight cucumbers. They want things that go with it. And they want that choice. And the balance between whether you use organic or whether you use pesticides and fertilizers in producing crops is another issue for consumers. What we're seeing, of course, is that consumers are looking hard at where their products come from. And again, we're doing everything we can to ensure that British products are properly labelled and properly presented as British products. Anyway, I hope that's helped you understand some of the issues facing agricultural engineering. And if you want any further information, please don't hesitate to contact me or go to our website www.aea.uk.com.